Well, we all hit a point where we notice our skin is getting a bit dull, especially during the summer when the sun can really do some damage. We don't always have to take drastic steps to revitalize the skin. Dr. Therese Stubbs of Therese Aesthetic Medicine is here to show us and talk to us about a new treatment called Clear and Brilliant. Hi, Doctor. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be back. Thank you.
So what is this treatment? What type of treatment?
This is a low-level laser, and a lot of times people are a little frightened of lasers because they kind of think of them as big treatments with a lot of downtime. And this is what's called a non-ablative laser, meaning it doesn't peel the skin. It just puts laser energy down in kind of little dots into the skin. So the skin just looks a little pink afterwards, but the beauty of it is people can put makeup on and go right back to work. It's not a real aggressive laser, so they don't have to shun the sun as much. If they want to put a sunblock on and a hat, they can still be out watching their kids play baseball or anything that's summer involved. So we call it our summertime laser.
How does it work then?
It actually, and this is my analogy, you know how your lawn gets aerated? There's little kind of dots. Well, this on a microscopic level, it puts little dots of energy into the skin, laser energy, and the laser energy goes down to the lower part of the dermis, or the bottom layer, and then it can kind of knock out some of the pigment, people who want to get rid of their brown spots. It can close down some of the blood vessels that cause the red flushing to the skin, so it kind of works on reds and browns, and then it makes the pores smaller too. Any heat that you deliver to the skin can minimize the pores, and so that's a texture issue immediately. You see about 5 days after the treatment, people notice that their skin is smoother and the pores are smaller, and that's something that just kind of gives you a nice little glow after you've been abusing the skin in the summer sun, as you mentioned.
So one treatment will give results to patients?
Yes, one treatment you'll definitely see a texture result, and some of the browns will start to lighten, and some people have noticed that the reds will minimize. Some people do one a month or one every 6 weeks or so. Everybody's skin responds differently, but interestingly too, this is a laser we can use on dark skin and light skin. So some lasers are typically better for fair-skinned people. This laser can be used on people of color as well.
This is pretty new, isn't it?
It's brand new.
I love this. You have something new all the time, and you're always kind of cutting edge. I love that.
We're trying to find some things that will fit. There's some people who are up for the ablative lasers or the big heavy peels, and there's sometimes that people just want to start to take good care of their skin and maybe start with a little bit of laser energy. So I always say this is kind of for the aesthetic novice. This is for somebody who's just starting and maybe a little fearful of lasers. This one's comfortable, a little bit pink afterwards, very little downtime.
We have a before and after, and you always show us those, which are always good to show, and that's why we have them.
Yeah, and I think you can kind of subtly see that some of the browns are a little bit lighter here. Her skin just looks a little bit more of a glow to it. And so some of the reds, too, when people have a pink flush to their skin, we can minimize that with this laser as well.
So some folks may not want to go further than this. This might be the only thing, but if nothing else, it introduces people to lasers in, as you call, an easier way.
Exactly. Dipping their toe in the pool, that's right. Well, lasers in general, they build collagen. So collagen is what we lose in our skin as we age. And so anytime you can apply heat to the skin on any level, even if it's a little bit at a time, you're building your own collagen. And so if we can ramp those cells up and build your own collagen, that's something that's going to help your skin texture and turgor, and that's a nice little freshen up and anti-aging as well.
Is there a time of year that's better for this? It's summer now, and you said it's good because you can go outside.
Right.
What about the dryness of winter? Would that be bad if you did it during the wintertime?
Not at all. It actually can be a little more aggressive with the laser when the sun's not out in Central Ohio, which is a large part of the year here. But we can hit the skin with a little more energy in the winter months, and then we just put a heavy moisturizer on top. And like I said, people can put their makeup on, or even our male patients go right out with just a little pink flush. They don't have to put anything over it to go back to work.
How long, and there's obviously no recovery or very little recovery, how long's the process?
About 10 minutes of a topical anesthetic on the skin. So we put a cream on the skin that kind of numbs it a little bit, and then the procedure itself takes about 15 minutes. So probably a half an hour they're in and out of the office.
Easy enough. Well, how they can get the best way to get a hold of you, Dr. Ann?
Our website is antherese.com and 855-4411, and we wanted to offer our daytime viewers a chance to get 50% off a Clear and Brilliant if they call and mention your show.
Give it a try. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ann. Nice to have you.
Thanks for having me.